Alright, this is an updated guide for installing the Custom Captures plugin and also includes the IC plugin patch for that as well. You're going to want to go ahead and download the latest release, which is 1.8 currently, and then the IC plugin patches, which is 0.3.1. I had those downloaded already, so you're going to want to make sure your Minecraft's open and head over to Jingle, open that, and there's an open Jingle folder, and then you want to head to plugins, and this is where you'll drag the files that you just downloaded, and then we can go ahead and exit out of that, close out of Jingle, and reopen it. And you're going to want to head to hotkeys. I will not help set these up. I am currently showcasing the eye measuring and then the thin BT, and I do not use a wide for right now. Yeah, so you're going to want these set up and ready to go. And then when you head to plugins, you'll see that this screen is different, and then we have 3 new screens right here for everything else, and I'll get through those. We're going to start off with thin captures. So now there is this AMD compatibility mode. It's just a different capturing method. It also works on NVIDIA. Um, it's just more compatible with AMD, obviously. This should automatically grab your resizing script here. I don't know why I have 335 on. Okay, and then see 330 by 1080, and then I'll go ahead and set this to 240 FPS or whatever your monitor limit or your FPS, whatever you want to do. And we're going to start off with an E-ray capture and hit enabled. And then this should, if we toggle it, should automatically pop up because this is the default position, is in the top left of the monitor. So you want to make sure your Minecraft is windowed, and you want to enable the thin capture. And we can go ahead and select a monitor position. This is the starting X and starting Y, which is 0, 0, which is the top left, or should be top left. And then this is the width and height, so width and then height of the selected area. So I can go ahead and do 400 by 100, which is what I like my size to be. I can't get that exactly, so you can go ahead and manually do this, and you can see it will automatically update with your selected value. No need to apply it. Um, Next, we want to make sure our F3 is toggled, and then we can pause the game, and we can select our MC region. Oh, hold on. Let me hit escape. I gotta drag this down a bit because it's windowed and it moves based on where this is. Select, and then the entity should be like right here somewhere. Boom. So that was a pretty good selection already. I'm just gonna set the values to what I usually have it on, which is GUI 3, and then this is, um, these are the values on 9. So this is what I like mine as. And then I also run the transparency, and the threshold of 220 is pretty decent for me. So that gets rid of like most of the background. It starts cutting out at like 21 or 22. It may differ for you, but now since we have transparent, we could also do a solid color, transparent, or an image. So if we want to do solid color, this is nothing right now. We can do like red, and then that will show up here. You can do an image. I just have a example image, so there's that, and then that will show across on the image. You can go to transparent, and that's how that works. And then you can obviously clear the image. You browse your PC for the files or whatever, hex color, and then transparent. And then I'm gonna show you making the pie chart, which we will enable this. That's going to be up there. So I just want it down here. I'm not going to get too specific with this. It's pretty good. And then we want to enable pie chart. We can go ahead and select the MC region, which is like about here, here, and then you'll see that automatically updates. I might do 0 here, so that doesn't cut off. And then that's how you do that. And then if you can do edit as well. I forgot to showcase this, but you can now edit things, and you can resize them. And then this is the what do you call them? Hotkeys. So that will automatically resize. You can stretch it down like this if you want. You can really do whatever you want. But that's how that works. Um, you can do the same for this. You can edit the region on MC. Hit escape here. You can edit the screen one, and that will work as such. So now I'm going to show you the IC and get off with thin. F2 is my bind for whatever reason. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to set my FOV to 30, and I'm just going to get a good read here. Just throw another one. So right now you can see this is a good example. Oh, I think I want to do F3 escape. There we go. There we go. This is what you want to do. Boom. So you can see I'm 1 pixel off right now. I keep this on, but you can obviously change this. And then you can do 240. This is somewhat limited. This is the patches. This obviously changes this. Enable crop. So I can go ahead and hit edit, and it will automatically select this region. So say I want to expand this out, and I just want these to the edges. This is how I do it, because you want the most vertical space to see your eye, because you cannot measure beyond your screen. It will return black. That's why people use OBS. But you can see that automatically does this, and it makes it somewhat easier to measure, although I cannot. I guess you might be able to make the height higher. I actually don't know. Let's experiment. That probably messes with it. I have no idea. I haven't tested this too much, but obviously you have this base measuring thing, and you can zoom in on it if you want. That's pretty much all that does. That's all I can do with it, really. There's a reset button, and then you can obviously crop it however you want. And I should probably get rid of this apply button, but whatever. That was a sucky tutorial, but I don't really care. All right, and then I'll show you. Wide captures is the same. I don't, if you want wide captures or whatever. And then backgrounds. This is something new. You can preload the backgrounds so that they're always on. Like when you're focused on Minecraft, they will be behind it. So if you're a window, there will be your background here. Or you can turn that off, and then it only toggles when you toggle this or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and add our thin background, and this it will add to each one. You can add multiple if you want. I only do one, and I like doing a solid color, but you can do an image as well. It's the same thing as earlier. And then this is the starting, the X and Y. You can obviously select where you want this and whatnot, and then you can edit it the same. So now that I have this enabled, it will now show the black background, and then it becomes it's pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. I will also show with the image if I know how to navigate my PC. There we go. So now I have this image behind there, pretty plain cut dry, to be honest. Um, and then that's that. You can also add IC backgrounds. Do this, and then I could do solid color, and then whenever I do, did I turn that? Okay. So now you have a black background, and that's how you do backgrounds. You can add one for planar abuse. You can do the same here, and then you can crop this if you want. I'm pretty limited on what I can do here. So I think that covers everything. Yeah, there you go.